What's up YouTube, Shawn DaGamer here, and what you're looking at is the reason I'm making this video is because last night after I got into like a little Twitter spat with a so-called fan who claims he's not a casual. So what happened was right after Charlotte lost, we'll get into that in a second, but this has prompted this conversation. If you follow me on Twitter and things like that, or if you just watch my videos, you guys know I'm a kidder, I'm a jokester and things like that, and I try to be in character and things like that. So, you know, I like to say that I'm the heel of my friend group. I'm a heel. I'm like the Kevin Owens, the Seth Rollins when he was a bad guy, the edge, if you will, of my friend group. So I'm a heel. I'm the ultimate opportunist. So I like to get under people's skin, but I know I like to do it in a joking way. So if you didn't know that and you kind of take my stuff for literal, yeah, I'm sorry, but you know, it's all a persona. I'm a very common sense person. So when I'm watching wrestling and things like that, I like to have fun with it. That's what it's for. But this guy, you know, he was like the boss, yada, yada, yada. Because I think right before Sasha Banks had like tapped out Charlotte, we'll talk about it, to win the title for a third time, we'll talk about it. This guy was like, oh, you see, the boss, yeah. And I'm like, okay. And I said, I wonder if there's a way I can just pull up the whole conversation because, spoiler alert, he blocked me because he was wrong. So I said, Charlotte, initiate your rematch clause now or something like that. He was like, this isn't Money in the Bank contract. You can't catch in your rematch instantly. Yes, you can. It's not plausible too, but you can. You get an automatic rematch clause. I'm trying to watch my language. You get an automatic rematch clause. And it's happened before where people will say, hey, I'm the champion. I just lost my title. I want my rematch right now. And it's to the discretion of either the GM or that champion of the time to give them the rematch. But think about a couple of weeks ago at NXT TakeOver. Shinsuke lost. And right after that match, he said, I want my championship match as soon as possible. So, that was a bad Shinsuke impression. But, so, he got his rematch clause. If he didn't say that, he could hold on to that rematch clause until like, hey, I never got my rematch for my title. So, in that sense, dumbass, it is like Money in the Bank contract. Is it plausible to cash in your rematch afterwards? No, because like we just seen with Charlotte and Sasha last night, why would you want to cash in your rematch right then when you're obviously hurt, emotional, and things like that? But say like in the case of the New Day, let's go a match previous. If the New Day would have lost that match when Carl Anderson rolled them up, hey, they're still fresh, things like that, and they go by Freebird rules. So Kofi Kingston and Big E could technically have said, hey, we're still have a rematch clause and we want it right now. It's up to the GM. At this point in WWE, it depends on storyline, actually. It depends on what the writers want to do. But like I said, in that situation with the tag teams, if the club would have beat the New Day, Kofi Kingston, who like they said, they do Freebird rules. If you don't know what the Freebird rules are, it's a 3-man team and any 2 of those 3 men can defend the titles. So Kofi and Big E, no, Big E was laid out. So it wouldn't, no, oh yeah. So he got the roll up. Carl Anderson did the roll up on Xavier Woods. And if you don't know who Xavier Woods really is, it's Austin Creed from, his real name is Austin Creed, and he was Consequences Creed in TNA, Mr. 2006. I don't know, that pissed me off. I've been a fan since 2006, and I just laughed. I really just laughed. I'm like, ooh, I've been a fan since 2006. No, nigga, I've been watching this shit since I was walking. So don't try to come with me on wrestling facts, but you guys get what I'm saying. Now on to the meat and potatoes of this. Why is WWE playing hot potato with this title? The title that I love so much. The week as soon as Lita displayed that title, my ass jumped on DWWE shop to buy one. as soon as it was available. Yeah, it's the toy version, but I needed some type of replica. You know, I painted it purple, the original purple belt on YouTube. And I wanted this belt because I loved it. It was a fresh start for the women's division. And when you give it to somebody like Charlotte, who is a proven, she can handle situations over this year. I don't like two things. One, they've turned Sasha Banks into a transitional champion. She didn't have the belt that long in NXT when she lost it to Bayley. I think she only had the belt for a couple of months before she lost it to Bayley. In this situation, she got the belt, then she got hurt, then she had to give it up, then Charlotte won it back. No, Charlotte injured her or something like that. Point is, they've been playing hot potato with this belt all year. And Charlotte is on an undefeated streak at pay-per-view. So, why would they end that at a roadblock in 2-3 weeks? Why would they end Charlotte's pay-per-view reign as undefeated on a quote-unquote throwaway pay-per-view? She's getting the belt back. If she doesn't, I'm wrong. I'll admit it. I'm a man. But 9 times out of 10, they want Charlotte to supersede. First of all, she's going to supersede, I believe, who has the most title reigns? Trish. Trish has like 7 or 8 title reigns. She's going to supersede that. She's going, before Charlotte's run is over, if she's healthy enough to go a long time, pray to God, she will be at least a 12-time women's champion at this point before her run is over with. Or she might even tie her father. But I don't think she will go that far. If Trish is 7, or whoever has the most women title reigns, I believe it's Trish with 7. If Flair has 16, they might give Charlotte 8, depending on how long she stays in the company. Because they're like, oh, my dad, 16 times for the men's title. I will have this title 8 times. What people don't seem to understand is, it's called reigns over runs. You know what I'm saying? It's reigns over runs. If you had, at this point, Sasha Banks is on her 3rd run as champion. As where when Charlotte initially won the belt last year from Nikki, she had a reign. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to separate the two words so people can understand. I know you can call a reign and a run the same thing, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, let's say wins and reigns. So she has won. Sasha Banks has won the title 3 times, where Charlotte has had at least one good lengthy reign as champion. And that reign as a champion will supersede everything that Sasha Banks has done in her 2 or 3 title wins. Why? Because she become transitional. Transitional. You know what that means? She can win it, but she can't keep it. A la somebody, I can't even call The Miz a transitional champion because he had the belt for a couple months. Who Dolph Ziggler on SmackDown. He only had the belt for a couple of weeks before he lost it right back to The Miz. But in that sense, it kind of made sense for story. This is just them trying to do shit with the women. What will work to get these women back on track? Because they have diluted these women on Raw so much with the brand split, and even before the brand split, they were still only focused on Sasha Banks and Charlotte. It does not make any sense. You have people like Nia Jax there, Bayley, who's about to be, once this is all over with, it doesn't make sense because you were setting up Charlotte versus Bayley at Roadblock. And that's fine with me because I still want at WrestleMania Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. No, wait. Sasha Banks versus Bayley 3 at WrestleMania. That's fine. I can deal with that. I don't care about that. But what I care about is what you're doing to the credibility of your new belt and the credibility of your quote-unquote star attraction phase of your women's division right now in the boss, Sasha Banks. You're making the boss look like a beep. You know what I'm saying? If she loses, which 9 times out of 10 she will at Roadblock, what do her 3 reigns actually mean? Yeah, she can win it, but she can't keep it. It doesn't make any sense storyline wise, where Charlotte, by hook or by crook, has proven that she, you know, can manipulate the fans to hate her. She's very, oh my god, Charlotte is one of my favorite talents in the ring, period. And she's good to look at, and her mannerisms are getting better and better by the week. You know, she used to like pander to the crowd when they start booing her and things like that. She's slowly getting away from that, acknowledging it but not acknowledging it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Where she used to take too much time acknowledging it, where she'll probably just give them a glance, she'll probably say something and then keep rolling with the promo and things like that. So I'm just looking like, I'm looking at somebody like, let's go Asuka right now. Look at Asuka, who has had that title since WrestleMania weekend, because Bayley got called up the next day or something like that, and has had phenomenal matches, and she's having a good run with the title. Now imagine if Asuka would have won the title undefeated, and then a couple of weeks later or at the next takeover lost the belt right back to Bayley. Then you're like, what's the point of giving Asuka the belt, period? Especially if you're going to give her this, you don't, they're doing things for moments, and I'm hating it. That's all, they're just doing shit for moments at this point. Like, this match was better than their Hell in a Cell match. So, begs the question, why the fuck were they in Hell in a Cell anyway? You know why? Just to say, it was the first time ever we had women in Hell in a Cell. Ass backwards. Ass backwards. That Hell in a Cell match, for what it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be the end of a feud. The end of a feud. Not a midway point. So it should have been, at least they had the first match, then have this Falls Count Anywhere match, then, you know, they're going to have matches in between that, and then it's like, okay, enough, I'm tired of this, I'm putting y'all in this Hell in a Cell match, and this is going to end it. And then you could have had Sasha win there. That would have made sense to me, at least. Maybe it won't make sense to a lot of y'all, because apparently y'all only been watching since 2006, so y'all don't understand how these things are supposed to work. So, it doesn't make sense to me. Think about when when Sasha first dropped the belt, because she had a little back injury, and then Sasha and then Charlotte won it, and then a couple of weeks later she won it back. What was the fucking point of taking the belt off Sasha in the first place if you were going to give it right back to her? Now let's move over to SmackDown, where Becky Lynch had to do some personal emergency surgery. They didn't take the belt off her and put it on Alexa Bliss. No. Alexa Bliss had to sit and wait until she got her shot. And it made sense in storyline, because at that point, even like they freshened it up. They put Naomi in the little mix for a second, like, oh, I beat you. If I beat you again, I should be able to get a title shot or something like that. I should be the one to get your title shot. So they add a little bit of story to it without taking the belt off of the champion. Becky Lynch, if we're going by a Raw storyline, should be a 2-time champion right now. And Alexa Bliss or Naomi should have been at least a 1-time SmackDown Women's Champion. But no, there's some type of quote-unquote logic on SmackDown. Just wait. We're going to see this out. We don't have to take the belt off her right now. She's good. Let's just, you know, give Alexa Bliss a little filler. Make her a little bit more of a heel. Give her a little bit more heat on her. That way when Becky comes back, you know, it's time for the match. And then when they had the match, they added more story by saying, yeah, even though Alexa Bliss tapped out, she had her foot on the rope, which actually gives her a legitimate shot to get another title match, because if the ref would have been doing his job right, he would have saw the foot on the rope and broke up the count. And then Mr. Damn El Otunga, who please get the fuck off my TV since I'm ranting right now, I gave you a shot for a couple of weeks. I'm like, alright, he's not saying too much. When he says something, I can dig it. Okay. But now, get the fuck off my TV, David Otunga. You bring nothing to the product. And it's just the way he says stuff at first. Like, when Becky Lynch, what was it, last week? When Becky Lynch was on commentary. Not Becky Lynch, when Alexa Bliss was on commentary. The first thing he says was, it was just the way he said it. He was like, why do you think you deserve another match or something? A lot of yada yada yada. It's something along those lines. And Alexa Bliss went off on him like, first of all, you're not even in the ring no more. Second of all, shut the hell up. Third of all, this is why I need my goddamn championship match. My foot was on the rope. If the ref was doing his job right, he should have broken up the count, and that should have let the match continue. And then, you know, she probably could have won or lost clean. Yada yada yada. And then this asshole had the nerve to retweet something about Kevin Owens being heavyset, and then Kevin Owens went in on his ass, and then JBL has to go in on his ass every week. So why are you there? Tom Phillips is literally sitting right there. Get David Otunga off my TV. I don't know how I just started talking about David Otunga, but get him off my TV. No, seriously. Anyways, the match itself on Raw, if you're still watching, I enjoyed the match. This was one of my favorite Sasha Banks Charlotte matches. I enjoyed the whole setup at the beginning of the show. Get Dana, give Dana some more training. Because one thing I don't like what Dana does, when she's supposed to push the rope in for Charlotte to grab it, she'll like pull it or just like hold it a little bit. Push it in, girl. Push it in, baby. That's all you gotta do. Just push the rope closer to Charlotte so she can grab it. That's what you're supposed to do. Anyways, let me get off my soapbox. Let me get off my high horse. Like I said, I'm worried of the devaluation, not only of the championship, but of the talent. Once you start playing hot potato with the title, it's like, who cares? You remember a couple of years ago when everybody was bitching that John Cena had the title too much, and then as soon as somebody get it, they'll give it right back to John Cena. I believe it was a time where John Cena, Triple H, Orton, and Edge were the only 4 people around the World Heavyweight title. And I think Batista was still around that time too a little bit. So they were like the only 4 or 5 people getting the title shot, unless you had Money in the Bank. So then you'll have like a surprise Dolph Ziggler or Jack Swagger or somebody like that win it. But other than that, CM Punk, they will break up the monotony every now and then. But everybody was bitching back then. It's the same shit now with the women's division. So, Mr. 2006, I'm gonna tag him in it. I wanna, when somebody blocks you, can you still tag them in videos so I can tell them how stupid he fucking is? Anyways, that was my rant. Early in the morning, about to get back to playing some Dokkan Battle. If you agree with me, disagree with me, yada yada yada. All this started because he didn't know you can cash in. Now, I'm not going to say cash in because that makes it sound like money, babe. You can initiate your rematch clause anywhere you want. It's called an automatic fucking rematch clause. The champion, the person who lost the belt, can get the championship opportunity whenever they fucking want. So if Charlotte wanted that opportunity right then, right there, she could have cashed it in. Would she have gotten the match right then? Lord knows. But she could have initiated the fact that she wanted her championship match right there. And if Sasha Banks was a fighting champion, she would have said, oh, you want to waste your opportunity like that right now? Okay, get back in the ring. Let's go again. And then you could have had Dana Brooke came out and interfere, yada yada yada, you know, all that stuff. But what's going to happen at Roadblock? I can tell you this now. Sasha Banks, Charlotte is going to be a match, of course, for the women's title, and Nia Jax is going to run interference. Whether it's during the match or after the match, Charlotte's getting the belt back. Charlotte's going to start doing some stuff, maybe with Dana Brooke for a second. I know we're all cringing, but start doing some stuff with Dana Brooke. Maybe do some stuff with Nia Jax. If they, Emelina's coming back, so I forgot about Emelina. I don't know if she's gonna, well, she's probably gonna be a face. So you're probably gonna have, that makes sense. Oh my God, here we go. Here we go, guys. Buckle in, we're going in. Dana Brooke is gonna realign herself with Emelina. Gross. Not gross with Emelina, because I love Emelina. Every week I come on here and I say, bring Emma back as Evil Emma. Put them two back together as a pair, because those two work better together. Have Emma or Dana Brooke trying to challenge for that title. Doesn't work. Then you transition to Nia Jax, who just beat who just beat Sasha Banks in their little feud that they're going to have after Roadblock. Now she's champion, or now she's #1 contender to go against Charlotte. Somehow Charlotte, by hook or by crook, she keeps her title. And then hopefully WrestleMania is Charlotte versus Bayley. And then next year, or maybe SummerSlam, that makes sense. I don't think they're going to do Sasha Banks and Bayley at WrestleMania. At least not on the main roster until 2 years from now. WrestleMania 34. So they can have a new trilogy of Sasha Banks Bayley matches starting SummerSlam 2017. You're welcome. You're welcome. Follow the links that should be popping up on the screen any second now. All the links linked down in the description down below to everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. I have no idea how long I've been ranting for. So if you stuck out this whole thing, just let me know. Like I said, subscribe if you have not already. Share the video out with your friends. Subscribe. Subscribe. Share the video out with your friends. Liking always shows your support. Also, click the little bell button to always be notified when I do something, because YouTube, that little bell is like a notification. So every time I upload or say something or do something on YouTube, you guys will be aware of what I'm doing if I'm uploading or getting ready to upload and things like that. Follow the links in the description. Like I keep saying, there's a lot of fun stuff down there, including people like, if you like you're here for wrestling, like JD from New York, and the PWR show. Two very, very credible sources that I like to get my information on, and they're both very entertaining. I call Mr. David Hero my spiritual mentor when it comes to wrestling. So yes. With all that being said, like I said, follow the two links on the screen now and subscribe using the circle button if you're not already. I keep repeating myself, so that's a good time to say I am Shawn DaGamer with the original purple belt on YouTube.com. If somebody else made a purple belt, let me know. I want to see. Show me your custom belts. Show me your custom belts, guys. I am Shawn DaGamer, and I am out of here.